Hey everyone, this is Julie. I'm going to do a quick module review for you for week 13 and just talk to you about some of the content that I have now made available for you and what we're going over for the week. So this is just a little overview of what I'd like you to be doing, today, tomorrow, and Tuesday before Wednesday's class. Okay, the first thing you're going to see here in week 13, if you can believe that, we're already in, today's April 5th. Click on the outline here. What you're going to find is a video that I have created that goes over, it's a video I created a little while back with an interesting type of argumentative essay. Let me explicitly explain here that I'm not expecting you to write cause effect, but I like how the video shows an outline, with an introduction, with a thesis statement, different paragraphs of organization, how your research folds into this type of essay. So this is just to show you how you can outline an argumentative essay. You don't have to do a cause-effect paper. This just video shows a type. There's all different sorts of types of arguments. I mean, you certainly can for this assignment, but that's not part of 111. But the idea of how general essays are organized is. And so that's what this 12-minute video is. Imagine this is part of what I would lecture to you guys on Monday when we were in the face-to-face class. I would absolutely have gone over this with you. Now, in addition to this, I've got a reading on evidence. I've got a reading on definition paragraphs because a couple weeks ago before spring break, I taught you guys how to do illustration paragraphs. Well, there's also definition paragraphs. And so it's just another way of writing a paragraph that probably appears kind of early in your paper where you define terms that maybe your readers don't know. So say, for example, you're writing a paper on something related to computer science or IT. I'm not a computer science professor, so there may be particular terms like the Internet of Things, the IoT, that acronym that you may be talking about in your paper that you have to define for all of your readers. And so a definition paragraph could be really helpful. So it's just a specialty type of paragraphing, and I've got some slides that I always go over in class. The definition is feminism, which is a topic close to my heart, but it kind of shows you how it can be done. You can define terms by what they are, like what the definition is, and you can also define a term by what it isn't, which I think is really interesting. So you've got a quick reading on evidence from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. It just gives you thoughts and ideas about what's, you're going to be grabbing lots of evidence from your annotated bib and the research that you're doing. And this is a reminder that we're going to be using that information. Now, the University of New England has a super short, look how short that is, discussion about definition paragraphs. Okay, and then you'll see my slides with the examples. You can skip through the illustration on the slides because you've already seen that and just go directly to the definition. It's only 2 different slides. Okay, so that's it for the week. You just watch my video, a little background reading of evidence, and if you find that there are a lot of terms that you don't think your classmates or myself will be familiar with, definition paragraphs is a section for you. We will talk about this on Wednesday as well. I also added in a grammar and mechanics review of comma splices. This is, if I haven't made note on prior essays that you have CS, I'd write that in the margins, or comma splices, then you don't particularly have to worry about it so much, but it's not bad to have this as a resource. And so, and I've got one about combining independent and dependent clauses too. You could actually open up these links. This is to the Grammarly blog, and this one is to the Writing Center at Purdue. And when you open them, you could save them. You could bookmark them for future use about if you struggled at all with comma use and where do commas go. These are quick, really easy websites that can reinforce some of the feedback that I've given you on essays 1 and 2. So the week is light. The video is only 12 minutes. Reading these sections should take you under an hour. And this should be a couple of minutes of just reference content for you. The majority of your work is to do the research and annotated bib writing of essay 3. And when you get stuck, then what I want you to do is move into maybe creating an outline of essay 3 and thinking about, okay, where do you think you would start to place some of your sources? It's a good activity. It is not a waste of your time, and it will help make the writing of essay 3 way more efficient. Okay, so that's it for this week. We will go over all of your questions for all of these little bits and pieces here in the Zoom on Wednesday. And I at first mentioned last week that I was going to create a video going over one of the student sample essays, but I've decided to save that for Zoom because it'll already be videotaped on Wednesday. And then you can be there live and ask me questions as I go. And then if you missed the live Zoom on Wednesday, you can always watch it Wednesday night or Thursday morning, and you'll still get that overview, but we're going to do it in class together. All right, reach out if you have any questions, and hang in there. Hopefully our quarantine will end soon.